Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my first live broadcast. I'll be right. Right there with you in a moment. And then we'll start talking. All right. So, it's been a crazy few weeks here. you know, senseless murder of, since the senseless murder of Charlie Kirk. We've had that happen. I remember of Antifa, who had a boyfriend who liked to cross dress, wear women's clothing. And we've had a lot of other things go on, a lot of other crazy things go on. Members of Antifa have been, going around attacking ICE facilities, which are, by the way, are federal uh, facilities, and they've been getting arrested, which is good because they all need to be arrested. Uh, and then, Donald Trump, of course, comes out and labels them domestic terrorists, which is great. And you got these left wing lunatics, Antifa, you know, committing acts of violence, going around committing acts of violence like shootings. The shots of illegal immigrants at a ICE facility, and then just earlier yesterday, another left-wing lunatic ran his truck into a Mormon church in Grand Blanc, Michigan, and killed one and injured several others. And he's also two dead. Now I don't know how he died. I wonder if he. Here, I'm gonna look it up. It's must do my research. I think what happened to Charlie Kirk was absolutely terrible. I mean, being killed in front of his wife and two kids who had to watch their father die at the hands of one of these left-wing lunatics. I mean, I think we all know that 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 we all know who the Antifa works for. I mean, they work for. Do I need to say it? You know what? I think I will say it. They work for their father, the devil. They work for Satan. Yeah. Right now, I'm just trying to look something up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Left 4 dead and 8 injured. Oh, my prayers go out to the families of these victims of this senseless attack. This is absolutely horrible. The reason why they do this, because, like I just said, they're working for their father, the devil. They're working for Satan. They, they don't fear God. They hate Jesus. They hate Christians. It says attack at Mormon church in Michigan leaves at least 4 dead, 8 injured. At least 4 people were killed and 8 were injured after a gunman attacked the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints service in Michigan on Sunday morning. Police said the shooter was killed by police. Okay, well, that's good. But This is sad. Authorities say the 40-year-old suspect, Thomas Jacob Sanford, he ran his vehicle through the front door of the church in Blanc, Michigan Grand Blanc Township, about 60 miles northwest of Detroit, before exiting and opening fire with what they described as an assault rifle. Of course, they call it assault rifle. There's no such thing as an assault rifle. Rifle just doesn't get up on its own and start assaulting people. So how can you call it an assault rifle? On the hundreds of worshippers inside, investigators believe the suspect also deliberately set fire to the church. They say he burned down a church, which appeared engulfed in flames in photos and videos shared on social media. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Pretty long, but all indications on this investigation are the suspect used an accelerant of some sort, we believe gasoline, of course, and lit the church on fire. James got beer, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, Detroit office said during Sunday evening press conference. Here, Dyer said, I don't know how to pronounce his name, said authorities also found suspected explosive devices. Okay. Is not. Oh, well, my thoughts and prayers go out to them. God, that families of the victims of this senseless act of terrorism by another left-wing piece of garbage. Now, I have two questions. At what point do we say enough is enough? And at what point does Donald Trump say enough is enough? What more do we have to do to put an end to this senseless violence by Antifa and all these other left-wing lunatics, these demonically possessed lunatics? I mean, what more do I say? You know, I mean, we've already got ice out there. Oh, another thing. They also set fire to rapper Ice Cube's tour bus in Portland, Oregon, because they thought it was an ice vehicle. These people, these Antifa psychopaths, these demonically possessed people, these thugs, they all suffer from the same disease, and it's called brain rot. It's called liberalism. Oh, oh, oh. All right. So, I mean, what more do I need to say about this? One more. Every member of Antifa, as of right now, should be arrested and put into federal prison right now. It's like they call themselves, the party of peace when they go around attacking people, conservatives, Christians, Trump supporters. This is not a party of peace. Antifa is not a party of peace. The Democratic Party is not a party of peace. Liberals are not a party of peace. They're a party of terrorism, party of violence. I mean, this is just it's sad, everybody, that it all had to come to this over some BS. This is a sad world we live in nowadays. Again, I ask these two questions. At what point do we say enough is enough? And at what point does President Trump say enough is enough? And we just really start putting the hammer down and arresting these lunatics, putting them in federal prison where they need to be. Because this is getting way out of control. But anyway, um, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually going to call it a night. And maybe I'll do one of these streams again. But who knows? Who knows? And if anything else happens, I'll make a video about it and put it up here on my channel. But until then, just until then, again, my thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this senseless tragedy that happened early yesterday morning at a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints out in Grand Blanc, Michigan. I mean, when will this stop it? And seriously, this needs to end right away. I mean, something has to be done. And something is being done, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of it being done. I mean, they all need to be arrested. You need to send in, I don't know, I mean, should the National Guard be sent in? I mean, if this continues, then yes. I mean, this is only going to continue to escalate and escalate more. And I mean, sending in the National Guard is going to be a last resort. I mean, I'm thinking that I'm thinking that President Trump is thinking that President Trump might just have to send in a National Guard because this is getting way out of hand. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, um, that's it. Uh, the end of my stream. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna call it a night. And anyway, you guys have a great night. Have a good night. And if anybody watched, you'll have a good night. And if I want to, I'll do a live stream, another live stream. But until then, everybody have a great night, everybody. And talk to you later.